Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this weekend.
Good evening and thank you for joining. I am Anna Fisher. Emily is out today. Well, the FDA is warning some COVID tests should be thrown out because of concerns of bacterial contamination in the liquid solution. The warning involves certain lots of SD biosensors pilot COVID-19 at-home tests, which have been recalled. Roughly 500,000 were distributed to CVS and another 16,000 were distributed to Amazon. None of the testing kits were distributed through the federal government's testing program. If you have one of the recalled kits, you should throw the whole thing away. And pour the liquid down the drain. Excuse me. And a Winona woman has been missing for over a month now. This weekend, Madeline Kingsbury's family and friends invited the community to join in a prayer service. News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall was there and joins us with the details. Jeremy?
Anna, the visual took place last night and family and friends gathered hoping for Kingsbury to return home soon.
Crowds gathered at the First Congressional Church of Winona last night. Family and friends gave speeches sharing memories of Kingsbury. Tears filled the room.
It's always performing and wanting to be center stage, even if it was just in the mirror at home, one of her favorite spots to stand.
The 26-year-old went missing on Friday, March 31st, after dropping her two children off at daycare.
She was quirky and fearless when she was young, jumping into the deep end of the pool when she didn't know how to swim.
There have been multiple mass searches to find Kingsbury.
We know that Madeline is around here somewhere. She just didn't vanish.
The family is offering a $50,000 reward for information leading to her.
When you leave here tonight, you should be thinking, not here, not in our town, not in our county, and not in our state. Someone knows something.
This weekend, there were no public searches, but a merchandise stand was set up outside Savings Surplus in Winona. People supported Madeline by buying buttons, bracelets, bumper stickers, ribbons, and T-shirts.
And Madeline's sorority will be having a fundraising event on June 10th at Watoka Tavern in Winona. Proceeds will benefit the Kingsbury family. And Governor Evers lowered flags at half-staff today to honor World War II soldier Roy Colson Harms. Harms was shot down over Romania in 1943, but his body was not identified until last year. With help from his family and the Defense POW MIA accounting agency, Harms was finally brought home 80 years later. In a statement released by the governor's office, Governor Evers said in part, quote, "First Lieutenant Harms gave his life fighting for the values and freedoms we hold dear, and the state will forever remember his courageous service and sacrifice."
All right, here's a look at the radar scan right now. We did have a thunderstorm warning in effect for portions of Wabasha County. This was allowed to expire at the top of the hour, and we will go ahead and zoom in on the radar scan right now. You can see that line of thunderstorms producing some vivid lightning across the area. Let's go ahead and take a look here at our hail scope, and you can see exactly what's going on in terms of hail. You can see just a little bit right here across portions of Wabasha County that's being picked up. So again, if you're in the Wabasha County area, you are seeing that line of thunderstorms push through. This is producing a little bit of hail at this hour. Now, in terms of the numbers for today, we were in the 60s and 70s. 62 is the high in Eau Claire, 66 in Sparta, as well as La Crosse. 69 in Prairie du Chien. Boscobel made it to 70, and right now, Boscobel, you're still at 70. We're at 66 in La Crosse. Eau Claire's at 61. Ladysmith, good evening. You're at 56 degrees. The feels like temperature, because of that light wind, your feels like temperature and your ambient temperature is the same. So if you have plans for the next several hours, keep the rain gear with you as rain chances are in the forecast. We're going to hover right around the mid-60s. But Anna, coming up in the first warn forecast, we will talk about precip chances throughout the next 8 days. We'll talk about highs in the upper 60s, then highs going back into the 80s. So we'll talk about that in a few minutes.
All right, can't wait for that warm weather.
Agreed.
And 8 men are facing charges in connection to a crime ring that committed armed robberies of U.S. mail carriers. Milwaukee police and the FBI accused the men of stealing more than $500,000 in a check washing operation. CBS's Gabriela Bachara reports.
Court documents summarize a months-long investigation from October to April when Milwaukee police and the FBI tracked a group of 8 Milwaukee men allegedly responsible for multiple armed robberies of United States postal carriers and stealing more than $500,000 in a check washing operation.
This is a very sophisticated scheme.
The men all face at least one charge for their role in the crime ring, according to criminal complaints. One member calls Huria Abu the Don, who he says would threaten the others to steal keys.
Mr. Abu has been named as the ringleader of the crew.
The documents say the group stole at least 5 Arrow keys, a universal key that allows them to open mail collection boxes, parcel lockers, cluster box units, and apartment panels. Police say they were caught multiple times taking mail. They'd then wash the recovered checks using acetone and deposit the money at different banks. Police found more than 900 checks made out to hundreds of different people, 6 guns, including an AK-47, nearly $7,000 in cash, multiple Arrow keys, blank checks, opened mail, bottles of acetone, and marijuana during a search warrant, according to criminal complaints. The Better Business Bureau says scams, including check washing, continue to grow, and people should transfer money and pay bills online with a credit card when possible.
If you're writing a check, you want to use a blue or black non-erasable gel ink. And also, take your mail to the post office to mail. Hand it to the clerk if you can.
And the Postal Service says it is planning to implement additional preventative measures this spring to address evolving security threats. And rain or shine, people from the community showed up today to support La Crosse's first ever Parkinson's awareness event. Starting in Myrick Park with a 1-mile walk, the fundraiser featured live music, food, resource booths for Parkinson's disease, and more. The Sports, Therapeutic, and Adaptive Recreation, or STAR Center, partnered together with the Parkinson's Foundation program. The program coordinator Bree Colton talks about how La Crosse is a part of something bigger.
We had quite a few different ideas over the past year, but ultimately ended with a walk. It's something that the Parkinson's Foundation does. I know there's one going on in Milwaukee today, and other ones around the whole nation.
Colton hopes that today's event helped start more conversations about Parkinson's disease and wishes to collaborate with more organizations in the future. Despite some inclement weather today, Cooley Region residents ran, walked, and raced towards the finish lines for several worthy causes. The La Crosse Marathon featured runners of all ages. There were 4 different races, ranging from a full marathon in Sparta to a 5K in downtown La Crosse. According to one of the organizers, putting a marathon together and running it is not an easy task.
There's a lot of challenges just getting to the finish line, and same with just putting it on, like making sure the course is set up properly. You have course marshals everywhere they need to be. You have aid stations for people with food and water. There's a lot goes into it.
Because of flooding this year, the courses did have to change and be recertified, as the full marathon acts as a qualifier for the Boston Marathon. And beer lovers from all over the Cooley region added more beers to their palate today. The Beer and Breweriana Collectors Show in Onalaska gave beer enthusiasts a chance to buy, sell, and trade all things beer. The show also celebrated Highland Brewing Company and had plenty of brewing company merchandise. According to the show's organizer, there are always plenty of surprises in store for attendees.
People will walk in looking to find something, but then a lot of times someone will come in with an item that they're looking for information on, and every now and then somebody comes in with something that we've never seen before.
This year's Breweriana. And coming up on News 8, it's Free Comic Book Day. Learn how one La Crosse store celebrated. And coming up, but first, it's a historic day for Britain as they celebrate King Charles's coronation. That's up next. Stay with us.
Come to the circus, the biggest show. Welcome to the circus. The Carden International Circus celebrates over 60 years with the all-new Spectacular Circus. Come see the daredevils, acrobats, aerialists, and so much more. Join us 1 hour before showtime for amazing pre-show activities. Enjoy 3 rings of fun with your family at the all-new Spectacular Circus. Get your tickets today.
Come see the Spectacular Circus, Monday, May 8th at the La Crosse Center.
Hello, my name's Boris Gump. Chocolate? Mama always said buying a car was like a box of chocolates. Never know what you're gonna get. Me and Jenny, we buy all our cars at Sleepy Hollow. They got new cars and used cars, a body shop, parts and everything. Like me and Nate, the Sleepy Hollow serviceman, we just like peas and carrots. I'm not a smart man, but if you need a car, you should be running to Sleepy Hollow.
Ubrelvy helps you fight migraine attacks. You put it all on the line. You do it all. So you bring Ubrelvy. It can quickly stop migraine in its tracks within 2 hours without worrying if it's too late or where you are.
Unlike older medicines, Ubrelvy is a pill that directly blocks a protein believed to be a cause of migraine. Do not take with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Most common side effects were nausea and tiredness.
Migraine pain relief starts with you. Learn how AbbVie can help you save. Ask about Ubrelvy, the anytime, anywhere migraine medicine.
Shop for a cause at Home Seasonal Concepts. Home will give you 10% off sale prices on porch and patio when you donate $10 to help ovarian cancer research. Give $10 and get 10% off sale prices now at Home Seasonal Concepts.
Birthdays are something to celebrate, and our News 8 This Morning team highlight them every day. If someone you know is turning 8 or 88, submit a picture of them at news8000.com today. Look Who's 8, brought to you locally by Pediatric Dentistry of Onalaska. Little teeth, big smiles.
And celebrations are underway in Britain after the historic crowning of King Charles earlier today. As CBS Tina Krause reports from London, the coronation was filled with spectacle, ancient rituals, music, prayer, and plenty of pomp.
It's the crowning moment King Charles III has waited his entire life for. Charles sat on the 700-year-old oak coronation chair in Westminster Abbey as the dazzling St. Edward's crown was placed on his head.
God save the King! God save the King!
I come not to be served, but to serve.
The King completed his 7-decade journey from heir to monarch in his grandest coronation carriage, the Gold State Coach. It rolled through the heart of London on a rainy Saturday, giving delighted crowds a glimpse of history in the making.
To be singing God Save the King is really incredible.
King Charles wasn't the only one crowned at the 2-hour coronation here at Westminster Abbey. His wife Camilla is now queen.
May thy servant Camilla, who wears this crown, be filled by thine abundant grace and with all princely virtues.
King Charles's coronation was filled with ritual, embracing ancient tradition.
Receive the royal scepter, the ensign of kingly power and justice.
The king was just 4 years old when he watched his mother, Queen Elizabeth's coronation in 1953. Saturday, his own children celebrated his, including heir to the throne Prince William and his brother Harry. The younger prince headed back to the U.S. after the ceremony. Later, as Royal Air Force jets flew past, the new king and queen waved from the balcony of Buckingham Palace. For Charles and Camilla, the historic event is the culmination of a controversial love story spanning 5 decades. Tina Krause, CBS News, London.
The coronation festivities include a concert Sunday at Windsor Castle featuring music legend Lionel Richie and Katy Perry. And coming up on News 8, it's Free Comic Book Day. What one La Crosse store does to celebrate.
And in the world of weather, we do have a line of thunderstorms stretching from south of Eau Claire to the Rochester area. This is pushing its way into the Coulee region as we go into the next several minutes. And we'll break this down hour by hour in the first warn forecast on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
Just one drop. Oh! Gorilla Super Glue Micro Precise. Of course!
Precise application, controlled dispensing with Gorilla Strength. For the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
To everyone who appreciates a handcrafted meal, are you ready for a taste of Wisconsin?
Butterburger's cooked fresh, just the way you like.
The way you love.
Definitely love. And our thick and creamy frozen custard, we make it for you all throughout the day.
All day.
All day, every day.
Put it in the extra work and not cutting corners.
Takes a little longer.
But it's how we've always done it at Culver's. Because making your meal with care shows how much we care.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Hi, I'm Kylie, and I make fresh, delicious Papa Murphy's pizza.
Hi, I'm Zach, and I make the Papa Murphy's pizza.
Sure, that's take and bake. We built it with the freshest ingredients. You bake it fresh in your oven.
By you mean me, so technically, I make the pizza.
Super good pizza, Kylie.
Oh, Kylie, so good.
Right now, enjoy big-time taco flavors on a pizza with the limited-time Taco Grande. Papa Murphy's, change the way you pizza.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Non-drowsy Claritin knocks out symptoms from over 200 allergens without knocking you out. Feel the clarity and make today the most wonderful time of the year. Live Claritin Clear.
Bret Michaels Party Gras 2023, Saturday, August 12th, Ho-Chunk Gaming, Black River Falls. From over 50 million albums sold comes the Poison hits and solo hits live. All from the man who starred in VH1's Rock of Love, The Masked Singer on Fox, and ABC's Greatest Hits. Bret Michaels Party Gras 2023. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster. Must be 21 years to attend. Ho-Chunk Gaming reserves the right to cancel or alter shows at any time. All ticket sales final, no refunds.
There are too many options.
How do we decide what hotel to book? Fear not, I got you.
Who are you?
I'm your fairy hotel mother.
What is happening?
Let me help you pick a hotel you feel good about.
Choice Hotels is a family of brands with a hotel for every type of stay. Like a comfort with the kiddos.
Ooh, spacious.
Or a Cambria Hotel downtown for just the two of you. Hold my wand, don't wave it at anything. Get the best price by booking direct at choicehotels.com.
Yeah!
What did I say?
Well, comic lovers got to add to their collection today. Deaf Ear Records in downtown La Crosse celebrated Free Comic Book Day. The store had plenty of in-store sales on back issues and more. Whether you are building a new collection or adding to an existing one, the store had something for everyone. If you missed the sale today, no need to worry. The sale runs until 6 p.m. tomorrow night. And we're going to head over to Eric with the weather. Eric, how's it going?
It's going okay. We have a line of thunderstorms that's going to push its way through the Coulee region and even portions of the Chippewa Valley as we go into the next several hours. Here's a look at the weather headlines for today. The rain chances, they're going to be on and off. We're going to have a cool start to the work week, but a much warmer finish. We'll talk about that in the 8-day coming up in just a couple seconds. Here's a look at the radar scan right now, and I want to go ahead and draw your attention to this line of thunderstorms that's stretching from just south of Eau Claire and northeast of Rochester. You can see the Wabasha area right now getting hit really hard with this system. And I want to go ahead and turn on our hail tracker here, and let's see if we have any hail with this, because earlier this did produce a little bit of small hail. So we'll go ahead and put this up here. And we'll move this around. You can see if you look real close right here, you can see some hail being picked up there. Other than that, it looks like we're in the clear in terms of that. So there's some good news here. It looks like it's just a heavy band of thunderstorms. Now, off towards the west, we'll go ahead and move the map over towards portions of Minnesota. Look at this. They have a tornado warning out across portions of west central Minnesota. And we'll go ahead and zoom in on this. You can see it right there. It's affecting just over 3,000 people. So we'll be keeping an eye on these line of storms as it pushes through the Coulee region over the next several hours. Now, in terms of the forecast for tonight, we'll see temperatures hovering in the 60s. The precip chances are going to stay in the forecast as we go throughout the evening hours. They will dwindle down, though, as we go into your overnight hours. Right now, we're at 66 degrees in La Crosse. We have cloudy skies out there. It feels like 66. We have that wind out of the southeast at 14 miles per hour. Eau Claire, good evening to you guys. You're at 61 degrees. It feels like 61 out there with winds out of the east-northeast at 10 miles per hour. So when you wake up in the morning, temperatures in the 50s and even low 60s will greet you. 54 in Ladysmith, 53 Black River Falls, 53 in Sparta, 57 Viroqua, 57 Lafarge, Boscobel. You'll make it to 58 degrees. So that line of thunderstorms I was talking about, that's going to stay in play as we go into the next several hours. Then we start to clear out for the overnight hours of your Sunday. When you wake up in the morning, like I said, we'll see partly to mostly cloudy skies, maybe a stray shower or two in the afternoon hours, but then the rain chances really start to fire up in your evening hours. Highs on Sunday all over the place. Low to mid 70s from Ladysmith to Stanley over towards Medford. From Trempealeau and Point South, we're talking upper 70s to low to even mid 80s. And enjoy that because we will drop those temperatures as we go into your Monday and Tuesday as a front pushes its way through. So for Monday morning, we'll start the day off with mostly cloudy skies, and then again across the area, the rain chances will start to ramp up. Maybe a rumble of thunder, not out of the question there. So we made it to 66 for today in La Crosse after a morning start at 57. In Eau Claire, we were at 62 after a morning start at 54. So here's the timeline as we go into the next several days. So we made it into the 60s today. We'll go to 79 on Sunday in La Crosse, 75 in Eau Claire. Then we start to drop from Monday and Tuesday with highs going back into the 60s and 70s. So the next 8 days keeps us in the 70s, barely from Monday. We're talking 70s. Some places we'll see upper 60s. We go to 72 Tuesday, 77 Wednesday, upper 70s to low 80s for Thursday and Friday, mid 70s for Saturday, and then Mother's Day, 74 degrees with a rain chance. Don't go anywhere. More News 8 Now is coming up after the break.
Spring is a great time to plan your next home improvement project. Call now for a free estimate on windows, doors, siding, sunrooms, decks, baths, kitchens, or flooring.
Come to the circus, the biggest show. Come to the circus.
The Carden International Circus celebrates over 60 years with the all-new Spectacular Circus. Come see the daredevils, acrobats, aerialists, and so much more. Join us 1 hour before showtime for amazing pre-show activities. Enjoy 3 rings of fun with your family at the all-new Spectacular Circus. Get your tickets today.
Come see the Spectacular Circus Monday, May 8th at the La Crosse Center.
Mother's Day is almost here, and it's time to visit Jolivet Family Farms. 8 greenhouses full of a wide variety of flowers, vegetable, and plants, all grown for this climate. Jolivet's features one of the area's largest selections of hanging baskets: succulents, clematis, citronella, mosquito plants, horseradish, rhubarb, asparagus. Find unique lawn and garden decor. Take home a strawberry rhubarb pie, rhubarb crisp, or try the new peanut butter pie from our homemade bakery. All this and so much more. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
Migraine hits hard, so you hit back with Ubrelvy. You put it all on the line. 1 dose of Ubrelvy quickly stops migraine in its tracks within 2 hours.
Do not take with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Most common side effects were nausea and tiredness.
Ask about Ubrelvy, the anytime, anywhere migraine medicine.
How do we decide what hotel to book?
Fear not. I got you. Choice Hotels has a hotel for every type of stay. Like a comfort with the kiddos.
Spacious.
That's what they all say. Stay twice and get a $50 gift card when you book direct at choicehotels.com.
Hey, it's Brody from Great River Harley-Davidson. It's Harley's 120th anniversary, and we are celebrating all year long. Our new 2023s are on the floor with new models, new colors, but that classic Harley ride. Plus, we have awesome anniversary apparel, including custom helmets, limited edition clothes, riding gear, and more. Stop by and see us anytime at Great River Harley-Davidson.
Exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports.
Most of us got to sleep in this morning. Not these girls, though. The Central soccer team was up bright and early and ready for a big-time matchup against DeForest. Riverhawks and Norskies meeting at 8 a.m. this morning on the UWL campus. No score in the second. A lot of chances for both squads in this one. Central's Grace Wilkerson, nice try right there. Riverhawk goalie Laura Lapp, she was busy. The sophomore coming up with some big-time saves, 2 right there, to keep the Norskies off the board. Then later in the half, DeForest back on the attack. Lapp can't reach it, but it hits the post. The follow goes over the net. Close call for Central. 67th minute now, still no score. Another good look for DeForest, but again, it's Lapp making the stop, and this might be the save of the game right here. Less than 10 minutes left. Another good look, but Lapp, a brick wall. The sophomore making stop after stop. 15 saves on the day for Lapp. Riverhawks get a hard-earned draw. No score in this one after 80 minutes of play. Staying on the pitch, Sparta and Prairie du Chien up next. Pick it up early first half. That's PDC's Tessa Tchaikovsky-Higgins ahead of the pack. Watch this, the crossover, the strike, a thing of beauty. The Prairie sophomore makes it 1-0. Spartans with a lot of chances early on and knot this one up at 1 apiece. They can't break through until the 30th minute. Aaliyah Pastic, she's going to loft one high, and check this out. It goes through the goalie's hands And into the back of the net, the freshman gets it done. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Spartans get on the board. This one ends in a 1-1 tie. Onto the college diamond now. What a performance by the UWL baseball team today. Eagles all over UW-Eau Claire in the first game of their doubleheader. This one was over quick. 9 runs scored by the Eagles in the first inning. They get the victory in game 1, 13-1. And the Eagles do it again in game 2. UWL gets the win 3-2. Eagles improve to 28-9 on the season, 18-6 in conference play. They've won 5 of their last 6 games. But it hasn't been pretty for the Brewers so far on their road trip. Milwaukee has lost 5 in a row, dating back to last Sunday. Brewers are 0-4 since heading out west earlier this week. They got swept in Colorado, and the Crew coming up short last night in the series opener against San Francisco. Giants taking the lead in the 5th, and then tacking on one more in the 8th. Brewers fall 6-4. They'll look to bounce back tonight. Snap that 5-game skid. Colin Ray gets the ball for Milwaukee. We'll have the highlights tonight at 10. That's going to do it for sports. We'll be right back.
Hello, my name's Boris Gump. Chocolate? Mama always said buying a car was like a box of chocolates. Never know what you're going to get. Me and Jenny, we buy all our cars at Sleepy Hollow. They got new cars and used cars, a body shop, parts and everything. Like me and Nate, the Sleepy Hollow serviceman, we just like peas and carrots. I'm not a smart man, but if you need a car, you should be running to Sleepy Hollow.
Home Furniture partners with a number of local charities in our communities. I'm Kyle Johansson, and we're teaming up with the Minnesota Ovarian Cancer Alliance to raise funds for research, heighten awareness, and support women and their families.
Make a purchase at home and donate $10 to MOCA and get an extra 10% off sale prices.
Together, we can make an impact.
Shop for a cause and donate $10 for MOCA.
And save an extra 10% off our sale prices.
Thank you for supporting a cure by shopping at Home Furniture.
Community. It's baked into everything we do. And with Perkins Strawberry Freshtival, everyone can enjoy fresh strawberries, starting at just $8.99. Indulge in all our favorites. And don't forget a slice of strawberry pie from our bakery. Order online at perkinstogo.com.
Losing a loved one is difficult. Remember the good times and life accomplishments of those who have passed by visiting the news8000.com obituaries page. Brought to you by Celebration of Life Events at Celebrations on the River.
One final look at the next 8 days. We go to 79 on Sunday, 70 on Monday. We stay in the 70s throughout next week, even upper 70s, low 80s for Thursday going into Friday. But again, we have an on and off thunderstorm chance in the forecast.
All right. What are we going to talk about? Brewers have lost 5 straight.
Right.
Maybe they'll turn it around tonight. Big chance.
Maybe we can find more about that at 10.
Yeah, hopefully. All right. Well, we hope to see you guys back here at 10 o'clock. Have a good night.